11 Alive's Elwin Lopez joins us now. And Elwin, this was a pretty big bust.
Yeah, that's right, Ron. And Rockdale County Sheriff's Office posted a photo of this showing exactly what was found there. In that Rockdale County Sheriff's Office Facebook post, authorities say a traffic stop led them to finding 2 pounds of marijuana, a stolen gun, ecstasy, and Xanax pills, as well as edibles. Now, the post says the traffic stop was made close to Johnson Park in Conyers. And at this point, we don't know why the driver was initially pulled over. And it's still unclear at this time whether all of this was in plain view inside of a car. And we are also asking who the gun belonged to and how many arrests were made in connection to this bust. We also hope to learn about what led to that traffic stop and whether there was a search warrant involved. Now, that Facebook post has already been shared 70 times, and we, of course, will keep you posted on any new details in the upcoming hours on 11 Alive and on 11alive.com. Ron?
Okay.